Hi everybody, my name is Josh. This is my last year, actually my last class with NKU. I'm set to graduate in December, so looking forward to that. Move on to the next slide. Again, my name is Josh. I'm a senior here at NKU. I currently work in the financial industry. I work for a pretty big bank as a risk analyst. It's pretty interesting work. We get to look at a lot of different things. I can't talk too much about it, I guess, because of certain consent orders and things, but yeah, it's pretty interesting and actually really enjoy what I do currently. And it's not anything to do with criminal justice, although that is my major, so we'll see where this can take me. But I am a primarily online student. I've actually only taken two classes on campus. I took speech and statistics. As somebody who actually likes math a little bit, I just felt like being in the classroom, being able to be face to face with a professor for statistics was good, but about halfway through that class, the pandemic really took hold and everybody got sent home, so I had to finish the class online. So I guess technically I took like 1.5 classes on campus. Speech, obviously, because the class is already there, so you don't have to find people to listen to your speech. But as far as my hobbies or priorities, I am a dad to 5 kids. They're all boys. I have an older son. He is 8. My identical triplet boys are 4. And then I have a 16-month-old boy as well. My wife works for the city of Monroe, and we live here in northern Kentucky, so she's got quite a commute, so I'm pretty much the primary parent currently. I see them the most, that is, but we do lots of fun stuff on the weekends. But if I'm not taking care of the family, I am working. I'm actually working right now. And if I'm not doing either of those things, I am playing my guitar. I've been playing guitar for about 7 years now, and I own like 20, I think last count was like 26 guitars. So there's one sitting right next to me as I record this. Pretty obsessed with it, but it's just a great way to get some of the emotions of being a person out creatively. And I just really enjoy everything about it. I am looking forward to looking more into the death penalty itself. As a criminal justice major, I have done a lot of research and work around this topic, and I have pretty strong feelings about it that I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to go into more in depth as we move on with this class. But yeah, it's definitely a hot topic for a lot of people, and can bring up a lot of emotions and strong feelings and things. So I'm looking forward to being able to discuss that with everybody in a respectful manner. That's definitely something that we will strive to do as best as possible. So if I have to pick a song to sing, I'm not a very confident singer. I can hold a tune, but I'd rather not. So taking this off of a video I saw, I would pick Tequila because it's one word for the whole song. Just repeat it a few times, so I can do that very easily. Now, if it's something with a group of people, I'll sing whatever you want. If I can kind of blend in a little bit better, I'll be up there. I'll be a showman, whatever you want. I'm good for that, but I'd prefer to not sing. I'll play for you, but I'd rather not sing. One meal for the rest of my life, without a doubt, would be smoked chicken wings. I have a smoker at my house, and while I haven't done much here at the house this year, I've ordered enough smoked wings probably to feed a family of 55. It's just so good. It's so good. And then just with chicken wings, in any way that you prepare them or you flavor them, there's so many different ways to do it. You can eat them off the bone. You can cut it off and mix it in with something, whatever you want. It's just so good. Chicken is so good overall. So the worst movie sequel ever made. Well, what would be the worst? So to preface this, as I see in my first bullet point, I am an easily entertained person when it comes to movies. I can usually watch a movie that a lot of people be like, "Oh, that sucked," and think, "Oh, I kind of liked it." I don't find myself critiquing very many movies. But there was a movie that I used to watch with my friends in high school. This was back in like 2008, 2009. this movie called Black Sheep, and it's based out of, I believe, New Zealand. And it's it's about these killer sheep that just like they bite. It's kind of like zombies, but instead of them being people that turn into zombies, it's sheep that turn into zombies. And it was really stupid, really gross. I think it was kind of meant to be funny, but also it's like a horror comedy, but I don't know if the comedy was on purpose, but that's how we took it. So the worst sequel would be this, Black Sheep 2, because I can't imagine how it would get any worse. It's just awful. An unlimited supply of one thing. This was the one question that I probably spent the most amount of time on, because I was thinking, what is something that I would want for the rest of my life to have? And if I could only pick one thing, it's Dr. Pepper Zero. Like, it tastes super delicious. I don't have to feel guilty drinking it. And it's Dr. Pepper. If you're a Dr. Pepper fan, you know why I chose this. Alternatively, I guess I could have said something better like gas or electricity or something. I didn't think about that until just now. So since it's already on the slide, I'm going to have to go with Dr. Pepper. Favorite game to play as a child. So I grew up in the 90s. This was before the big upswing in technology. I mean, we certainly had like my Nintendo 64. We had very basic internet. But, Mom couldn't be on the phone while I'm on the internet, so we really didn't spend a lot of time on that, but we spent a lot of time outside. And it was really neat because in the neighborhood that I grew up in, just outside of Chicago, there were tons of kids, and we lived in a pretty tight-knit community, and we would all go out and play hide and seek. I mean, I'm talking there's like 30, 40 of us playing hide and seek, flashlight tag. We would play this thing called Fugitive, where half the group plays as cops, the other half plays as robbers, and we had to try and make it from point A to point B without getting caught. Yeah, just really great memories as a kid playing these games. Of course, football, basketball, baseball, riding our bikes, going to this secret park that we found that was actually on purpose, and we thought we found it because we were young and didn't know anything. But really great memories. Thinking back, being a kid, spending time with all those people. It was just, it was nice to think about. So if I could have somebody follow me like a personal assistant, what would I have them do? So just having someone follow you, essentially working for you, might make you feel a little superior. So I would just have them whisper things to me to keep me grounded, so I'm not feeling like I'm more important than I am. But I'm also a very antisocial person, and I'm an introverted person. I kind of give off the vibe of being like, fun and all that, and like I can be, but my day to day, like I love being home and not having to go anywhere. So I would just say, maybe text me and be like, hey, chill out, be nice, but kind of stay away from me. Yeah, I don't want somebody following me necessarily. So if that was a choice for this question, I would not want them to follow me at all. But if they had to, just, send me nice stuff or be friendly, whatever. So for this question, would I rather have skin that changes color or tattoos depicting what I did yesterday? I would say tattoos for sure. I already have tattoos, so I'm not necessarily opposed to that. And also I feel like you could cover tattoos much easier than you could your skin color change, because it's like, I don't know, how would they depict something bad taking up like such a small space like your hands or your, I guess in this guy's case, his face or something. In worst case scenario, if I did something embarrassing that I didn't want people to know about, I'm just not going to go anywhere the next day. So I think this would be fine. But changing the skin color like a mood ring, that would be really weird. I wouldn't want that at all. Then would I rather go 30 days without my phone or without dessert? So I'm severely lactose intolerant, so dessert is almost completely ruled out anyways, but I didn't want to take the easy way out, so I said 30 days no phone. I do use my phone a lot, being, so into music and guitar and all that stuff. That's pretty much my phone is what I use it for, other than just basic phone calls and texts. Is just I'm looking up guitar stuff, I'm watching videos, I'm looking at I'm shopping around for stuff I don't need anymore, but I'm always looking. So I think a challenge to myself would be 30 days no phone. And after the first couple days, you kind of forget about it anyways. As long as I got my family, my wife and my kids, I'm fine. I can do whatever. And then I don't really have anything else to add necessarily. I'm just looking forward to some lively debates regarding this. Again, with the death penalty being such a hot topic for so many people, it emotes or gives a lot of strong emotions. I imagine there are people that are going to have differing opinions from me. Without going too in depth, I'd say I'm a little more centrist regarding the death penalty. Like, I don't think it should be used in maybe as many cases as it is, but I think the option should still be available for very extreme cases. And again, that goes case by case. There's no blanket answer for anything in criminal justice. I've been doing this now for 5 years basically, and that's the number one thing I learned, is that anything to do with criminal justice in terms of prevention or reactionary things like punishments and all that, there's no blanket answer, and that's what makes it such a difficult thing to cover. So again, we'll go over this more in depth with the modules as we move on. So I look forward to seeing how we can maybe expand our thought process with it, and use each other's experiences or opinions, their own fact finding, to maybe not necessarily change our original thoughts or beliefs on it, but maybe make the opposition a little easier to understand. Oh, I almost lost it there for a minute. But yeah, again, my name is Josh. I look forward to talking to all of you here coming up in these next 7 weeks, and then graduation, and I probably won't have to do this ever again. All right, you guys have a great day.